Hey there, the 90 million who didn't vote. Cathy here, your wellness coach and fellow female activist. And today, September 16th, 2015, is National Voter Registration Day. So I'm a little late. I had a lot going on, but I did want to make sure that people knew to get registered if you weren't already. So I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to show you vote.org. Okay, vote.org. Obviously, there'll be a link below, but I want to show you what it looks like. So you don't need to see me. All right, so you should be seeing my screen. And this is vote.org. It is lovely and it's really easy to use. So up here, it has obviously your general type stuff, the programs they have about, donate. Yes, this is a nonprofit. And no, we don't want anything to happen to it. So make sure that we win in the midterms. All right, do everything we can to keep fair and free elections so that we can vote come midterms. All right, so more important is how you use it, right? So if you're not registered already, you would go here. If you want to check your registration, which is really cool, I just want to show you, I'm not going to go through the whole thing because I don't want to show you my address, but needless to say, there's all kinds of tools, okay? And it's just really cool because obviously you can go to any state. But more importantly, again, if you want to check, now I check this freaking website like every week during and leading up to the 2024 elections. Why? Because MAGA nuts in all states were trying to kick people off the voter rolls. Okay, so they are nefarious. I don't care who they are. Okay, there are no more conservatives. It is MAGA nuts, MAGA cult. Okay, so they were trying to take anyone and everyone off the voter rolls, to include people overseas who are in the military. Now, I don't know about you, but hello, the military? Really? Getting kicked off voter rolls? No, not cool. So I would check here every single week, sometimes on multiple days per week, all right? Especially leading up to the actual date of the election. But what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and, again, it's vote.org. Can't get any more simpler than that. And then you can register here. So that's simple. But let's say you can't remember, right? So you're going to check. And then you will get these prompts. Now, it's sensitive information. Why? Because hello, it's from the Department of Motor Vehicles, your motor vehicle department, whichever state you live in, whatever they call it. I always call it DMV because that's what it was in California. I lived there for 9 years and I'll forever know it as DMV. Here in Arizona, it's Motor Vehicle Division. So, but I don't call it that. Anyway, totally off topic there. So are you registered to vote? It literally does take like 30 seconds. So you would fill this out. You'll notice again, everywhere you see required field, yes, it's all required to include, again, your date of birth. Why? Because this is from your motor vehicle, right? Department in your state. So if you have a driver's license or a state ID of some sort, right? You have to qualify and make sure that it's you. So you would hit I agree, make sure you hit that. And then you check. And then it would show, okay, if I put this all in there, you don't have to put your cell phone number, again, only where the fields require. Once you hit check, it then will show you. In my case, yes, it showed that I was always registered. And then it shows your address, okay? Obviously, where you are, what your mailing address, usually has to be well, no, I guess it doesn't have to be a physical address, right? Because it can go to a PO box. Anyway, what I'm getting at is it will show your address. It will confirm, right? If you are not registered, okay, then what would happen is it actually will say right underneath you are not registered. It'll say get registered. So then obviously it would be taking you to here, register to vote. Okay. I don't need that, so I'm not going to go there, but it's literally quite easy. So just know that this is obviously the coolest website ever, right? It is a nonprofit, so if you want to donate, I say go for it. But share this with everyone today. Make sure that you check at least. And then if you are registered, awesome. Share this with someone else. And if you're not registered, guess what? Now you can do it. So do it today. Don't wait. And while you're at it, make sure that you know where your birth certificate is, especially if you're a married woman. And then make sure that it is updated. Okay, so you got to go to the county recorder, get your birth certificate updated, because then, God forbid, if the sleaze bags in MAGA try to pass that SAVE Act, you would then have to go and update your birth certificate anyway to make sure it has your name if you changed it for any reason. And then you would then be able to re-register. Okay. So for now, check your registration. If you're not registered, get registered. Then third and final civic duty is to make sure you know where your birth certificate is. And then if it's not updated, make sure you go and get it updated through your county recorder. And that is it. So fast and furious. And again, this is so important. We are living in fascism, but we can easily topple it. Okay. It's a minority of fascists. Okay. Yes, they took over everything and it took 50 years. All right. So guess what? Ending fascism isn't going to be fun, but we can at least dismantle it enough so that it's not hurting anyone. And then we can rebuild the democracy we wanted all the time and we deserve. So with that, I think that's it for now. So I will stop sharing. And yeah, make sure you get registered and we will talk soon. Take care. Take charge. God bless.